Welcome to Peak Radar Live. I'm Angela Seals. Well, fakes and forgeries is the theme of a new art show and sale at Alvarez Art School and Gallery in downtown Colorado Springs. And here to tell us all about it is Chris Alvarez himself. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
What are you
thanks for
doing hosting
having me.
fakes and forgeries?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah,
Yeah. So glad to have you on to tell us about this really unique, kind of mischievous, and honestly very impressive new art show. So tell us what gave you the idea to base it all on fakes and forgeries.
well, since I started the Alvarez Gallery Art School a couple of years ago, I wanted to have a lot of fun doing different shows with my friends. And I have a lot of great, talented, highly skilled, passionate friends. And so, like a couple of ideas that I've had before. One was the Dog and Pony Show, which was uh, animal paintings. The other one was the Hindsight 2020, which was celebrated the behind or the backside. And I was like, well, what could I do this time? And I thought everyone would have a great time exploring different artists, try to get into other artists' heads, try to figure out, kind of see if they could step into their shoes and maybe even transport themselves back into time to the point where where maybe Steve Weed is standing in Leonardo da Vinci's uh, studio.
So
What
that's
was
the
would that
Steve
be?
Weed
What would
behind you, the Mona
yes,
Lisa.
yeah. Sorry, kind of wiggly.
That's
There we
okay.
go.
Well, thanks for bringing us live into the
hmm
gallery today. Give us a look around at some of the work that's part of the Fakes and Forgeries show.
All right. So I'll start off with this wall here. It's a great wall. We have like Phil Lear on top doing Nikolai Pechin, who was a Russian artist who moved to Taos and made quite a career in the Southwest. And then here's another wall. Here's Steve Weed, um, Phil Lear, who did the David painting, and then my painting here of the
Oh,
Homer
I
painting. And I saw that painting in Boston, and it's hanging in the Museum of Fine Art. And let's see, so I have some more work here. Um,
Wow, there's
there's
a
a couple
lot
of
of
paintings.
pieces.
Yeah, so this is there are a couple of paintings here by Dina Peterson, who contributed to the movie Loving Vincent, which is a fantastic movie, which is all created through animation using paintings, and thousands of paintings went into this. And so
Yeah.
she went to Poland. I think she went to Poland, and she, they worked her like crazy, painting, do tons of paintings.
Yeah.
Here is the Western Wall. So it's like Western paintings. We have a couple of nocturnes or night paintings by um, um, Remington.
Mhm.
Kelly over here. And sorry if I'm moving the camera too fast. I don't want
That's
to make
okay.
everybody dizzy. Um, Martin Winkler, Terry Sanchez up there, and this is a painting I did of um N.C. Wyatt. We had another painting here by Michael Baum, but the patron who bought it had to have it, so I wasn't gonna.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna deny her.
Yeah. Tell us how people can come see the show if they want to see it in person.
Well, they can call me at 719-337 to make an appointment to see it. I will also be available, or the show will also be open for the March 1st Friday, which I think is March 5th.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
It is.
so
You can
from
also see the show online, and we do have it up here if you'd like to get a little sneak peek. So you'll see that Chris's website, alvarezschool.com, has this beautiful interface where you can tour the exhibit and read about the different local artists who have done this work, all inspired by the great masters. So, Chris, tell us, what do you think it means to local artists to participate in a show like this? What do they get out of playing on these famous works?
Well, I think some of, well, for me, I'll speak from my own experience. For me, it was whether I could step into the shoes of another artist and figure out what they did. And some of them were kind of easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but easier than others because um, their technique was pretty straightforward. And then there were other artists like Vincent van Gogh and Egon Schiele, who just threw me for a loop because I didn't know how they came about. So I had to figure that out. And I think a lot of artists kind of had the same experience. And then also it was kind of cool to see, who would paint what, and things surprised me and some things didn't. But there's one piece I really would love to show you that I
Okay,
love,
absolutely.
and it is this piece right here, and let's see if I there we go.
Oh my.
So this is a sculpture from a Dali painting called The Burning
Oh,
Giraffe, and it is created by Liz McCombs, who I've seen her work at the Bridge Gallery,
yes,
and
that was a great
um,
show. We had her on Peak Radar Live for that show, actually.
oh really? And she
Yeah.
does. She's so imaginative,
Yes.
and the materials. I think she uses several different kinds of materials.
Yeah.
Um, so plaster, sculpey, ceramic, and I just love this piece.
It's
It's
a
here.
gorgeous sculpture. So that's an example where the artist used completely different materials, but
Yeah,
was inspired by Dali.
and
Yeah.
different material, different media, different style and everything. Well, same style. And so,
It looks great beside that painting beside it as well.
oh yes, this Lempica, who
Yeah.
is sorry, who is an artist that I really wasn't too familiar with. And this was painted by Jill Lawson. And the original painting was called Auto Portrait, Tamara in a Green Bugatti. But she has a Jill owns a BMW, so she switched it, and I switched the name of the painting to Auto Portrait Tamara in a Green BMW.
Oh,
But
that's
it
funny. So there's little twists that sometimes
mhm,
artists are putting in there, little personal touches and
correct.
jokes. Yeah, I was thinking about how this theme, fakes and forgeries, how we use that language in visual arts, but in music, you would say you were doing a cover of the
All
song.
right,
You know,
cover right.
yeah, and that's totally acceptable to
Hmm.
play and to do your own version of it. It's kind of like art, visual art covers, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the difference in music is that you can do a cover um, from a painting. Um, by an artist who is still living, but that's kind of frowned upon
Mm,
um, in art. I guess you could still do it, but to display it and to sell it, it's a different kind of thing. You get into some sticky things there. Um,
yeah. Well, what a fun concept. And it looks like so many local artists took you up on the invitation to
yeah,
have some fun with the great
we-
masters.
we had about 20, 25 artists. We ended up with 50, 53 paintings in the show. It
Wow.
was, and I plan to do it next year.
All right. So maybe a new annual event that we can look forward
Hmm.
to.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Chris. If you've been inspired to own a work by a local master based on the great masters, we hope you'll stop by alvarezartschool.com to buy local art online or visit the gallery in downtown Colorado Springs on First Friday or by appointment. And of course, you can find all the details about this event and everything else going on around the region at peakradar.com. Thanks so much for joining us, Chris.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we appreciate you, and we know you are a real original. And so is everyone here in the local art scene. Support local art, support local artists, especially when they're doing such inventive work. We'll see you back next time on Peak Radar Live.